tonight. Do me a favor. Okay, we got 8 people in here. Who we got in here, Cole? We got in here.
Sir. We have, let me see. We got ISUPK, Shayar. We got...
hold on 1 second.
Sir.
I can't hear that.
What about now? Testing.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this in the chat. Nah, because I can see my face. Hold on, let me see.
Testing.
Oh, it's good to go? What about me?
Say it again.
Is this? It's good to go? Oh, we good. All right, no sweat. All right, boom. Here we go. Okay, we got 8 people in here. Who we got in here, Paul? We got in here. All right, no sweat. All right, so check it out, right? This is the Tuesday night brotherhood and sisterhood class, and y'all know what we do each and every week. We're here to discuss current topics that are trending. We're here to teach the Bible. We're here to learn you some information about who you are, right? So that you could be everything that the Lord expects you to be, all right? And this is why we do this every week. We do this because we're commanded to by the Lord, okay? And what I want everybody to do is, if you're a type of person that, things going one ear and out the other, maybe you should put your hand up over your right ear so that everything that you hear won't go in one ear and out the other, all right? What this is about is brotherhood and sisterhood. When we have that, we can put ourselves in the best position possible, right? I got my TAM on tonight. You know what I mean? I had to, sometimes I kind of stray away from it every now and again, but it keeps on calling me back every time. You know what I mean? So I got my TAM on tonight. You know what I mean? Who we got in the chat?
Sir, let me see. In the chat, we got ISUPK, Shayar.
Mm-hmm.
We got Officer 5K Thashayim in the chat.
All right, we got Thash. What's going on? Shalom, Lord Christ.
All right, let's see who else we got. We got Nichelle Taylor in the chat.
Yeah,
that's
Shalom, sis.
Of our warrior.
Shalom, sis.
Let me see who else we got.
We got Miss Phillips in the chat. Shout out to you. Shalom, sis.
We got Ra'af in the chat. Salakia. All right, let me see. Let me move back up. We got let me see. We got, it looks like Carolyn checking in under Captain Marquardt.
Okay, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shemar Lathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to you.
And that's who we got in the chat.
And look, man, we can get more people in here. All you gotta do is share the damn class, and we'll get, if it's 8, we'll get 16. And if those 16 share it, then we'll get what? 34, 32? Let's do it, huh? 32. There we go. You know what I mean? We'll have more people that come into this class, and more people will be able to get this information, right? Look, that's the main thing, that y'all are here. You know what I mean? To get information, because a lot of people is at home right now, trying to run from the light, all right? When you can't hide from the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into the, I don't know if y'all been watching, man, about these Epstein files. This is wild, Call. Like, if you want to see political theater, now is the time for you to lock in. We got to get past all that. Oh, C-SPAN is boring and all that. The congressional oversight committees is congressional, huh? Right? Congressional oversight committees is boring. That stuff is, I don't want to hear about none of that. I would rather much hear about Glorilla's sister not getting $2,500. All right? But this is the things that you should be paying attention to, so that, you can at least be up on what's going on in the earth today. All right? So what's been going on is these Epstein files that came out, and everything is redacted. I never got that. I never understood that. It's like, it was, I remember, what was it? It was, what was it? I saw a video where they were talking about how they went underneath of the pyramids, and it was this what's those people? They went underneath for the pyramids, and they said it was like some secret rooms or something that they just now coming up with. And the Egyptologist, he basically said that he was going to reveal to the world what was in the tomb or whatever, and all that kind of stuff, what was under there. And I said to myself, even if he found something, they would just get all the information, and then they wouldn't put it out for at least another 20 to 30 to 50 years. And then when they do finally declassify it, everything will be redacted. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is the goddamn point? If you believe in politics after all of this, then you are a dummy. You are a fool, and you are not very smart. All right? We got some videos we're going to go into tonight. I got some scriptures. Of course I do. All right? So we're going to go into some of these videos. What was that one video I had of Pam Bondi?
Let me pull that up. I got the Joe Rogan one, and then let me get the Pam Bondi.
Well, let's go to the Joe Rogan one, man. Let's go ahead and check that one out. You can't find the remote? No. So you mean to tell me you can't tell where it's at in this whole room here? No. I tell you. But if I said it was some candy,
video, I get it.
If I said it was some candy in here, he will find it. Mm-hmm. All right, so where's the video?
I'll go ahead and give me 1 second. Let me get it up on the screen for you.
Yeah, because I needed to see it up there so that I can, at least, yeah, but it's all good. I mean, I could do it off my phone. It's no big deal. It could quite possibly be, it was in here earlier. It could quite possibly be in my jeans, my pants pocket. So like it, y'all. Just bear with me for a second. Nothing, right? Okay. All right, no sweat. Don't even worry about it. I'll follow along with my my handy dandy phone. All right. And then we'll rock it out like that, okay?
And I'll let you hear the sound on that speaker behind us.
All right, no sweat. Let's get it.
Why would your name be redacted if you're not a victim? Like, this is what's crazy about all this. Like, how come you redact some people and you don't redact other people? Like, what is this? This is not good. None of this is good for this administration. It looks terrible. It looks terrible. It looks terrible for Trump when he was saying that none of this was real. This is all a hoax. This is not a hoax. Like, did you not know? Maybe he didn't know, if you want to be charitable. But this is definitely not a hoax.
So there's two different problems that Donald Trump has when Joe Rogan started talking about this issue. Number one is the political damage that is done, and you're going to see a lot more of that in the clips that we're about to show you. And number two is, my God, the details of these Epstein files are unbelievable. So there is a torture video that is referenced that Rogan was talking about. There's missing babies. So Jordan, why don't you tell us more about what Rogan said recently?
So that clip is from yesterday's episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. And here's more of Rogan questioning why the names of powerful figures were redacted while some victims had their names exposed.
It just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier and deeper and deeper. And so Ro Khanna and Massey just released the names of these guys that had been redacted from the list. And one of them is Lex what is his last name?
Les
Wexner. But these files, just what's come out so far, and the fact that they redacted men.
Les Wexner. Yeah. So what he's talking about is like, okay, so what's going on is, okay, Pam Bondi is the U.S. attorney, right? Correct? She's the attorney general. Right. She's the U.S. attorney general. So basically, the Epstein files, it was coming out because of an act of Congress, right? Because if y'all know anything about or been following about these Epstein files, Pam Bondi went on the record saying that all this was a hoax. Donald Trump said it was a hoax. There was no such thing as the Epstein files when the administration first got into office. And now because they tried to cover it up, of course. But now that it was an act of Congress, bipartisan, to actually bring these files out. And before the files came out, Pam Bondi went through there and started redacting every goddamn thing, right? Now, instead of just letting the files come out and then letting everybody see, what's actually in the files and, the pedophilia that was going on, the child abduction, the torture, all of these different things that was going on, instead of you seeing who was doing it, those names are redacted. But the victims' names wasn't redacted, which was crazy. So this is what he's talking about right now. You can go ahead and pick it back up.
These like powerful billionaire guys, their names were redacted. Like there's one of them where he's talking about pandemic planning.
What?
Where Jeffrey Epstein is talking about pandemic planning to someone named Bill, whose name is redacted. It's like, why are you redacting the guy's name that you're talking about planning for a pandemic, like what to do in response to a pandemic? Well, why is his name retracted? Or redacted, rather?
Fair question. Jank, what do you make of this?
Yeah, so a lot of the victims' names were not redacted, but the perpetrators' names were redacted. I wonder who the government works for. So guys, this is not an open question anymore. So don't let mainstream media gaslight you. So first of all, we know who Epstein was working for. He did cyber. So first of all, we know who Epstein.
All right, so boom. Now that you see what the government is doing. The first thing I want to do is I want to pull one scripture real quick, and you know which one I want. It's in Proverbs. Hold on. The rich ruleth. You know what I'm talking about? It's in Proverbs. Yeah, let's get it, man. This is what everybody has to understand. To be able to compartmentalize these things. All right. You know what I'm talking about?
22 and 7.
Yep.
So I can share it on the screen if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead and read it whenever you're ready.
No sweat. You got it. Whenever you're ready.
Khan, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor.
Say it one more time.
The rich ruleth over the poor.
One more time.
The rich ruleth over the poor.
And when you can understand that, then you can understand why those names are redacted. Those names are redacted because why would America bring out its nastiness, right? And, potentially bring down the whole oligarchy. Why would they do that? For a bunch of people who don't have any money.
Right.
For a bunch of people that are poor. Could you read that one more time? What did it say?
Khan. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor.
The rich rule over the poor, whether they abducting kids, eating babies, all those things. So what you got to understand is that there should be no faith in the justice system. There should be no faith in America. There should be no faith in anything that comes out of anybody's mouth.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's in any position of leadership. Let me get that one, that Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30. Let's go there real quick.
Khan.
Whenever you're ready, we're gonna go there. You know what I mean? This is what the whole thing is about. I'm like really trying to walk everybody down just so you can see. Like when they go into these congressional hearings, these oversight committees, they don't say nothing. And I'm gonna show y'all a video where Pam Bondi gets like cut and you can see it all over her face. Right? Now she's supposed to be the US Attorney General. She's supposed to have morals. She's supposed to have integrity. She's supposed to be able to stand on the rule of law, correct? That's what she was sworn in to do, right?
Right.
But you see that she has to protect the bosses. She has to protect the people that are in power, right? Because if she don't, then she won't be in power. And this is how the game is played. The Lord is waking everybody up. The man of sin is being revealed right now. If you're too stupid not to see it, then I don't know how you can explain, them eating kids right in front of you. Everything that they said that conspiracy theorists was bringing out was really true. Remember before they thought, oh man, it's just, oh, here we go to another conspiracy theory. Oh, here we go. Oh, here they go.
Right.
And it was real. It was right the whole time. You got that one? I want it. Isaiah 30.
Isaiah 30 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Kind out of one kind. Let me go ahead and get that on the screen for you.
No sweat. What's going on? You got the verse and chapter you want to read? All right, come on, let's get it.
Yeah, make sure it's loud. Isaiah 30 and 1.
We got the young brother about to read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Whoa, say that one more time.
Woe to the rebellious children.
That means destruction to the rebellious children. Who are the rebellious children? Israelites. We're the rebellious children. We don't want to hear a damn thing, right? Because we're just rebellious. What's another name for rebellious? Hard-headed. We're very hard-headed, and we don't want to change. Because actually, not being hard-headed would mean that you would have to listen. And this is one thing that we don't want to do. Well, maybe you'll listen now that the Epstein files is coming out. Maybe you'll understand where all of these kids been going when they've been coming up missing. Now you'll understand where they at. You get my point? Go ahead, read on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord, go ahead.
That take counsel, but not of me.
We take counsel, but the counsel that we take is not of the Lord. You know what kind of counsel we take? We take counsel from our homegirls. We take counsel from our homeboys. We take counsel from police. We take counsel from investigators and firemen and the church for sure. We taking counsel. But we don't take the counsel from the Lord. Where's the counsel of the Lord at? Right here in the scriptures. Right? Well, how are you going to get the counsel of the Lord? Is by men of the Lord. Right? Your pastor is not a man of the Lord. These pastors would be, oh my God. I can't even believe it. People that go to church in 2026, you are very dumb. You have no concept of the world. And you're like basically like how those people that can continually get taken advantage of. You're not even a type of person that don't want to get taken advantage of. You're the type of person that gets taken advantage of, and there's a sucker born every minute.
Right.
Right? But because with all of this information out here, I don't see how you could be that dumb unless you don't do anything on a smartphone. Basically, all you do is get a nice phone so that you can, watch fight videos and twerk videos and, nothing of real substance, right? Because all the information is out there if you're willing to do what's needed for you to be able to obtain the information. Go ahead.
From the top?
No, go ahead. Keep going. Let them know where you at. Focus everybody back in. Isaiah 30 and 1. You can go ahead.
In that cover with the covering.
Say that one more. Go up one verse and then come down.
I'm still on chapter 1. Verse 1.
Oh, you're still on verse 1.
Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead. Keep going.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. And cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Right, because we don't want to be in the spirit of the Lord. You know what we want to be? We want to be in the spirit of crystals and sage and, stuff that's completely stupid, right? Crystals don't stop the cop from punching you in the face. Crystals don't get the bills paid. And if we understood that, then maybe we would get a lot further, you know what I mean, than where we are now. Keep reading. You want to say something?
If I could. What you're saying is so heavy because a lot of the times brothers and sisters in the world will think they have the answer with some ancient, relic of, Egyptology, or they'll think they can do something with, Moorish ideology. And you see when those people that believe that they are sovereign citizens, when they get pulled over, the police still whoop their behind. When these Egyptologists or these flat earthers get online and they say all these incredible things that sound amazing but are untrue, just like the lady said in that skit, why would I care about the earth being flat if I still got to pay these BA bills? Like, that's not going to stop the oppressor from putting, his foot on your neck. So like,
yeah, exactly. You know what? That's a great point. You worried about the Palladians and all of that. I mean, what's in Antarctica. I mean, we'll figure all that out when we get in power. But as of right now, we don't need to, worry about that right now. All right. I think the brother, he want the mic to come up a little higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it alone.
All right, no sweat. He's still gonna be the same volume. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
And that's all we do. We just add sin to sin. Keep reading.
Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
And this is Egypt. Egypt is America. And this is what we do. We go down there and we vote for these politicians. This is a bipartisan thing. The Epstein files is both parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, both. So nobody's better here, because if I'm not mistaken, Bill Clinton was there. Obama was there, just like Republicans were there. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is where we got to like really be able to analyze. Like, we got to look at Black History Month, because that's what we in, right? We got to look at Black History Month and be able to analyze what the hell is going on. We should not be caring about inventions anymore. All right? At this point, we're past all the wonderful things that George Washington Carver did with a peanut, right? We know that, Garrett Morgan did the stoplight, okay? Okay, cool, fine. But what we need to do is we need to analyze what the hell is going on, and the people that we believe in is going to be doing the right thing. Michael Jordan, what the hell is Michael Jordan doing? Like, what's wrong with him? Who does that? And then the little boy wasn't even like looking back. He trying to, I don't know what he was doing. But, what's going on right now is the stars are falling from heaven. The stars are falling from heaven, all the things. You're starting to see the nastiness right out and on display now. And you're starting to see it live and in color, and that is because of the Lord. All right? Go ahead, keep reading. Go ahead and finish it out. We'll get back to it.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust the shadow of Egypt.
And they trust in Pharaoh, just like how we did back then. You had MAGA trusted. You had black people being MAGA. Black people was MAGA. Black people voted for Donald Trump, turned MAGA. And now I bet they feeling like, what's going on with MAGA? Because Pam Bondi is deflecting. Deflecting with things that don't even make sense. They're telling her, yo, this name right here, it was redacted, but we was able to go around and find out who the name of the person was. Why wouldn't the person be name be unredacted if this is about justice and bringing closure to the survivors? And she was like, she don't even know. So I bet they really are really taking a look at this, and we'll see it all play out. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm willing to bet nobody's going to go to jail. Nobody. Because they will not, bring the whole house down for poor people. I guarantee it. All right? You could drop that. All right? No sweat. And could you finish off the one I think it was like Proverbs? What was that? Proverbs 22:7, I believe.
Kind out of one kind. I'm getting to it right now, sir.
No sweat. Whenever you're ready.
Proverbs 22:7.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
There you go, man. That's America right now. You know, you owe somebody something. You know, you servant to that. You know, and we all here in America. You know what I mean? Being oppressed by the rich, and you see what's going on because there wasn't no poor people on the island except for the victims. You know, but this is like how we got to change like how we view people with money. We got to change how we view these people. Was there any more? Can I get? But we can go back to the Joe Rogan one. But I wanted to show the Pam Bondi joint. You know, you got it.
I got that one as well.
All right, yeah. Let's show the Pam Bondi when he asked, I think it was like a short, right? When he asked her about what did he ask her? I forgot what he asked her, but it was crazy. All right. Whenever you're ready, you can play it.
Sir, I'll play that one.
I want to talk.
So I ask you, Attorney General Pam
Let me make sure we can hear it.
Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I reclaim my time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable. Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect.
I want to know, were there any?
I want to talk about.
So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I reclaim my time.
Never
I agree with
mentioned
you. I agree with you. During
Were
the
you not here
the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable. Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman,
that
please
those
stop the
files.
clock.
He
Please
signed
stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time.
this is
I'd like to
ridiculous.
reclaim my
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. there is ample evidence in the Epstein files.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I
crime.
believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and said,
Man, that's political theater right there. He got her. He got her in the corner, did the rights. And you know what she kept doing? She just kept deflecting to what? Illegal immigration. Because, you know, that's always got to be the scapegoat is Israel, right? The scapegoat always got to be the Hispanic brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always what they try to do. The playbook has always been the same. Whenever somebody gets you in the corner on the ropes, you got to deflect back to black people, deflect back to the Hispanics, right? And not say, yeah, you're right. You know, we did drop the ball with these Epstein files, but she's not going to tell you that. She will instead sit up there and look stupid because she's showing you that no matter what, she's protecting pedophiles. This is what America does. They protect pedophiles. If you was a pedophile, you'd be under the jail right now. But if you happen to be the CEO of Victoria's Secret, you're not going to jail. If you happen to be a CEO of a major company, you're not going to be able to, she's not going to bring those things out on you. They're going to protect the oligarchy. Right? Boom. Let's go to Proverbs 23:3.
Kind out of one kind.
Proverbs 23. I got some notes tonight. And then, after this, we'll go back to the Joe Rogan joint. And, we'll keep it going from there.
Kind out of one kind. Let me go ahead and fix this for us real quick. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 3. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat.
Can you go up one?
Kind out of one kind. The book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 2. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite.
That's why we worship celebrities the way we do, because we're a man or a woman that's given to appetite, right? You're giving to the things that you're giving to gain. That's why it's all these bad chicks that sit online and they want to stun on everybody, talking about they get into the bag. Well, guess what? They over in the United Arab Emirates getting peed on by sheiks. You better do the research on it. They're over there getting 10,000, 20 bands to go let, some sheik, defecate on them. Because what? They're given to appetite. So many brothers ended up at Diddy's crib because they're given to appetite, right? A lot of these people probably went to Epstein Island because they're giving to appetite. But the Bible says, what did it say? It said what? Put a knife to thy throat?
Kind out of one kind.
Kill your damn self. If this is what type of person you are. Because it can't never end up good. Right? Go ahead, keep reading.
Kind out of one kind. And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties.
Dainties is like the whole spread, that spread that, you would put out on the table, And this is how we get locked and trapped by these celebrities. This is how it happens. Because we're desirous of his dainties, man. We're desirous of sitting at the big table and getting a piece, of the pie, so to speak. right? But when you do that, it's always going to be something that's going to come along with that. All right, keep reading.
Kanadawankan. For they are deceitful meat.
Right. That because remember, it's going to be very deceitful. You know, you want that gain. Well, it's a lot that goes along with that gain. So you don't want to be a brother or a sister that's giving into these types of things, right? You want to look at everything with you know, a clear mind. You know, you want to be vigilant. You want to be sober too. So it's, you know, which means to be clear-headed. You know what I'm saying? When you're making decisions. Because if this is a man or a woman that's given into these things, then, well, you know, you think that Epstein, it's going to be, it's already another Epstein. There's already another Epstein that's already, you know, rocking and rolling already. You know, you think that just because Epstein is gone, this thing stopped? And Epstein, oh yeah, he committed suicide. Oh, it's just so convenient, huh? You know what I mean? Don't get me started on that. That's another point. You know what I mean? He probably not even dead. Epstein probably underground some damn where. For real. Because they got underground bunkers that look like, you know, paradise. You know what I mean? You would never think. Y'all better watch that YouTube video. It's you know Mr. Beast, right?
Right.
Yeah, he got a video where he goes around to like all the different bunkers, like bunkers that are like $5 million. Then he goes to one that's like 30 million, 50 million, all the way up to like $1 billion. And man, they got whole underground cities that got like, you know, what's that called? Like Starbucks and stores, and you know, like it's so open underneath of the ground that you could drive like semi trucks through there. You know. And, you know, that's why I say, I mean, who's to say Epstein could be underground somewhere? I mean, he just conveniently killed himself, you know, once everything started to come out, right? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want to make sure that we're not desirous of a person's dainties, man. Go ahead.
Kanadawankan. Labor not to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Cease from thine own wisdom.
Right. Like, don't have that only as your main objective. You know what I mean? Always seek the kingdom of heaven first, and everything will be added to you. Because when you seek the kingdom of heaven first, it's going to wake you up, and you're going to have an understanding of what's going on around you. You're going to understand how to have integrity. You know, those are the things that will, you know, make you stronger by standing with the Lord. Always do that first. Don't desire just to be rich, because when you be just desiring that all the time, then without no real substance, that's how you wake up in Diddy's bed. You know, that's how, you know, some sheik is over in you know, the UAE, you know, peeing on you. Right? Keep reading.
Kanadawankan. Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
Mm-hmm.
For riches certainly make themselves wings.
Mm-hmm.
They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Right, because it could come and it could be gone, just that simple. Just that easy. Right? It could come and it could go, just that easy. That's why they say you don't play the game. What they do, they destroy you. They take it right away from you. So if you want to keep it, you got to play the game. Right? The white man don't give a damn about, you know, money. Go ahead.
Kanadawankan. I believe Cat Williams was on the show, the Shay Show, or what's it called again?
Club Shay Shay?
Club Shay Shay, and he was saying, I believe it was Cat Williams talking about, you know, not wanting to give up his hind parts, his butt.
Yeah.
For the riches.
Yeah. You know, this is what comes along with it. You know? This is what comes along with it. So you want to, you know, have that spiritual base. You want to have that, you know, you want to be grounded in the truth, you know, so that you have integrity when it comes to dealing with things in the world. All right. I think, was any more, or we're going to drop it?
Let me move back to it. No, that was the end of verse 5.
Let's go back to the Joe Rogan joint.
Kind out of one kind. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna remove something from the screen real quick.
No sweat.
Let's see. All right, no sweat. Let me get to it. All right, Joe Rogan.
Did it? It still held it right where we was at.
It did.
Okay, most high in Christ.
He set up a security agreement between Israel and Mongolia, between Israel and other countries. Every deal was in favor of Israel. And so why did they not release Les Wexner's name until Ro Khanna and Massey found it? Well, it turns out the FBI thought he was a co-conspirator. But remember, this is the guy who owned Victoria's Secret, handed over all of his money to Jeffrey Epstein. For a while, I thought he was being blackmailed since he handed over his money, but no, he apparently was a willing participant in this scheme. And also an enormous supporter of, you'll never guess, Mongolia? No, it turns out Israel, okay? And so our government has been hiding what Jeffrey Epstein's been doing and Ghislaine Maxwell for over 20 years. CIA knew about Epstein. In fact, they made a deal with Epstein in the 1980s in the middle of the Iran-Contra affair. So Epstein was one of the most powerful men on earth, and every deal he did was on behalf of Israel. So why do you think our government is redacting all of the criminals' names and trying to smear their victims? Because our government has been helping their government do this spying operation, blackmail operation inside this country for decades. I think, Jordan, we're gonna talk about torture videos here in a second and some of the guys behind it. And by the way, one of the guys is from the United Arab Emirates. And so I wanted to come back after you give the details and go, like, I thought like maybe it's the United Arab Emirates, right? Because what do I know? I don't know who these crazy secret guys are, right? But I'll tell you why it's not likely to be them as the main culprit, although this guy that we're about to tell you about was terrible.
Yeah, I think just to touch on what Rogan said, I really can't appreciate or thank Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey enough for their leadership.
And like, just so y'all see like what's really going on. Like they telling you right there, it was a blackmail operation. It was a blackmail operation. What they did, they were always in bed with Israel. It's a blackmail operation where they get people to this island, and then you indulge with, child, SA, and they get that dirt on you. To what? Keep you in line. And America was in cahoots with, this is back in the 80s. Cause Jeffrey Epstein was like they called him like a financier. Like, he worked for the Israeli government. And so he can get things done. He had the unlimited power, money, and he set these things up and he kept meticulous records of everything. That's why they have all the emails. All the times people came there. It's all the pictures of people being there. They had pictures of Michael Jackson was there. How the hell Michael Jackson on Epstein Island? Michael Jackson, what was the other one? Chris Tucker. Like, like the CEO of what's that dude? Victoria's Secret, This is what's been going on. This is what the government is doing. It's time to wake up. Can you give me that high time, Romans? Then we're gonna get back to the video, all right? I just need that one real quick. Romans, I think it's what, 13:1? Hang tight. Whenever you're ready. Mm-hmm.
That's 13 and 11.
13 and 11, okay.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia, let me go ahead and actually get that on the screen for us. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's time to awake out of sleep. You know, now it's time for you to wake up. It's literally right in front of your face. And there's going to be churchgoers that's going to say, man, see, you know, that's just them, right? Unfortunately, this is not going to wake black people up. A lot of, you know, not a lot of black people, but it's going to wake some black people up. But unfortunately, a lot of these church folks, it's not going to wake them up. You know, they're going to say, well, you know, that's just Epstein and the people that was on the island. You know, they're not going to see that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
They're going to figure out a way to rationalize it in their mind because they can't compartmentalize it. You can't say that it wasn't going on. You can't say that we're wrong about the things that we've been saying. You can't say that. So how else are you gonna, you know, put it where it needs to go? Compartment, you know, conceptually in your mind. You don't know what the hell to think about. You don't know what the hell to think. So what you gonna default to? Well, we just gotta pray for him. The hell with that. The white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And if you don't understand that with all this that's going on, then you are very, very not smart. All right? Keep reading.
Khan out of one Khan. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Right, because the oppressor is fallen. It's fallen. And we're getting to that time. The oppressor ain't going to be in power forever. I don't even know how he's going to shake back from this one. But somehow he might be weasel enough to do it. Somehow, you know, with all these damn holidays everybody celebrates, it'll probably take everybody's mind off of everything that's going on. Because you want to turn up for your birthday, you know? July 4th is coming, you know? All of those different holidays that keep you broke and not worrying about what the hell is going on in the earth, bills, all of those things will probably just make you just go back to sleep when, of course, you know, children are still going to be coming up missing.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. Nobody gives a damn. You know, really, at the end of the day, right? You know, we know where the kids is going at now. They're on Epstein Island. That's where the kids at. They might not be on Epstein Island now. But who the hell knows? But, you know, they're probably going somewhere else and, you know, they're in Bulgaria now. Right? You think that it just, whenever the cops bust a block, right? When they bust the block and they take down a drug dealer, does that stop drug dealing?
Wow.
So do you think for 1 second that the Epstein Island is over? The whole Epstein type of thing is over? How? When you got people that have to do rituals, when you got people that have to eat babies and have to eat, you know, kids. That is still going on right now. It's just haven't came out yet. All right? Boom. Let's go back to it whenever you're ready.
To the video, correct?
Yeah.
Khan out of one Khan.
Leadership on this. A rare bipartisan agreement that is leading to a monumental moment in our country's history. One for transparency at a time totally defined by secrecy. So appreciate them and their continued fight for transparency. I was talking to my wife last night because it just, you watch that Bondi hearing and you see just how defiant she was. And then you see Massey in there pulling the covers off the names, pulling the paper redactions to show how absurd it was that they tried to hide these people while leaving the victims' names totally unredacted. That was a deliberate attempt to try to intimidate these victims. It's disgusting. And I was joking to my wife, like, I'm worried about Thomas Massey's life. Like at this point, he is just so defiant. And the right-wing media, I don't know if you saw on Twitter today, some of the most prominent right-wing media figures are zeroing in on this guy. I don't know. He tweeted out jokingly, maybe half jokingly, I'm not suicidal. I'm in good health. I'm a good swimmer. Like all of this stuff. Like,
yeah,
there's a part of that worries about his well-being.
I know a lot more about that stuff, and I've experienced some of that stuff. So I don't want to get too deep into it. But first, let me just double down on what you're saying. Ro Khanna and Tom Massey in this regard are absolute American heroes. We would not have seen these files if it wasn't for the heroic work of Ro Khanna and Tom Massey. So Massey is now having millions of dollars being spent against him in a primary. And you're not going to believe whose supporters are spending those millions of dollars. The Mongolians. Oh no, it's the Israelis. I think it's John Polson, Paul Singer, Miri Madelson. I think they've already given over $4 million and just pouring money in, defeat the Israel's enemies, to make sure no one in the American government can ever defy Israel. So there's an Israeli mafia inside this country, and that's why, yeah, I've said it too. I'm not suicidal. In fact, off air, I'm the happiest guy you'll ever meet because we're worried. Weird things keep happening to critics of Israel. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.
Would you be happy if you stayed where you are in?
Yeah, so you see that, man. Just wanted to show y'all that video just so y'all can see what's going on, man. They on it. Things are coming out now because the man of sin has to be revealed, whether you like it or not. And I know that hurt the hell out the Christian church. But they'll figure some way to rationalize it with a scripture that they don't know. They'll figure out a way. But we'll be here, to fight back, of course, because we know the Bible and they don't. Go ahead, whenever you're ready. Let them know where you at.
This is the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For if there come unto you assembly a man with a gold ring.
That's the thing, and this is why we always end up here. Because we got so much respect for somebody with bling, somebody with, jewelry. You know how you ever see them commercials on TV, like, yo, you want to get in the box truck? You want to make $10,000 a week in a box truck? And then you sitting home broke, like, yeah, I want to make $10,000 a week. Yeah. And what do they got on? A chain,
right? Maybe
a Mary shirt, something like that. A designer, maybe a Merce, right? That's a man purse. Maybe a Merce, something like that, right? Because they know that's how they get it. That's how they get you. They're not going to tell you that you're going to be driving all day, every day. They're not going to tell you that. But if you're broke, you want to make $10,000 a week. But they're not going to tell you that you're never going to see your family and your wife's going to leave you and so you're going to start having sex with somebody else. Not going to tell you that, right? Because you're in the world, You just want to make $10,000 a week, right? But we give reverence to somebody who comes around with a gold ring, right? Because we look at that person as there to be held at high esteem because of what they have on, right? Read it one more time.
This is the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring,
mm-hmm.
in goodly apparel,
mm-hmm.
and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment,
mm-hmm.
and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing.
We have respect unto who?
The gay clothing.
P. Diddy.
The gay clothing.
Jeffrey Epstein.
The gay clothing.
Donald Trump.
Gay clothing.
The CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Gay clothing.
How about Chris Tucker?
Gay clothing.
The gay clothing. We have respect unto people because of what they have. And this is why, it's coming out. You mean to tell me that Jordan don't think that look crazy? We got respect to Jordan because he got the gay clothing on, right? He got the gold ring. So we look at that as like, okay, you know, this is my hero, my childhood hero. He's over there pinching the butt of a white boy, a little white kid on TV, looking crazy. His PR probably trying to get in front of it, you know, at this point. But this is what we do. We got to stop, you know, being this way, right? The stars are falling from heaven. Like the Lord said it would, right? The stars is falling. You know, the church like, see, the stars, they're going to fall out the sky, like real stars up in space. No, the stars is the oppressor in his heaven right now. Those stars are going to fall to the ground. And thanks be to the Lord that it's happening in real time. And this is what's going on. If you're not smart enough to understand or see what's going on, then you're going to be behind the ball. And I know for me as a nation, I'm tired of being behind the ball. They don't even address black people, right? At this level. They don't even address black people at this level. At the level, congressional hearings and all that. They don't even address that, right? So you really need to be paying attention to what's going on so that you can understand what's going on, right? So you don't be behind the ball. Read that verse one more time. I got like maybe 2 more scriptures and we're going to get out of here.
Khan, right? I don't want Khan. And I had that video if you want me to play it that I showed you earlier.
Yeah, let's do it.
The book of James, chapter 2 and verse 3. Mm-hmm. And ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, mm-hmm. and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool.
There we go. That's it. That's it, Kohal.
Ah, sir.
Let me get that wickedness in high places real quick. All right, that wickedness in high places. You know what I'm saying? The wickedness in high places. How many people we got in here tonight?
So far, it looks like we got 22 people. 22
people. If we share it, we can bring 22 more in here. How about that? That's a challenge for everybody in the chat right now. Let's share this video and let's get to 22 more, right? Let's do what we need to do. All right?
Sir, give me one moment. I'm going to get that verse
it don't
up
cost
on the screen
nothing
for us.
It don't cost nothing at all, man. We here every week. Lord willing, weather permitting. When it was snowing outside, when the storm was here, we was here. Christmas, we here. Thanksgiving, we here. Don't even call the goddamn school saying, are y'all open on Christmas? Yeah. Are y'all open on New Year's Eve? Yeah, we open on New Year's Eve. Right? Rain, sleet, snow. Right? If you online, get your ass in class.
Right.
Right? If you're close to a school, get in class. All right? Don't try to hide behind the online thing. Get in class. Sit your butt in these seats. That's what we're here for, ain't it? That's what we provide this place for you to come and learn. That's why it's here. You go to the club, don't you? You go to the club and get searched, and they tell you they search search you good and thorough. You know what I'm saying? You'll go through all of that to get up in the building, right? Well, come here and get up in the building for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, you got it. No sweat. Take your time.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12. Mm-hmm. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Right. Go ahead.
But against principalities.
Mm-hmm. Principalities. Right. Go ahead.
Against powers.
Uh-huh.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
That's the rulers of the darkness is who you see now. Pam Bondi is the ruler of the darkness. Donald Trump is a ruler of the darkness. You're like, oh, what is Satan? Well, I don't see Satan, on the Epstein files. But I do see, the CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Right.
I do see the directors of Rush Hour. I do see Michael Jackson, you know, and everybody else, Jordan, and I do see, you know, the Jewish people, right? I do see them there. I don't see Satan there. Right? That's that's a fact. I do see Bill Gates there. I don't see Satan there. I do see Bill Gates though. They just so happen to be talking about the pandemic, how to stop a pandemic, you know. But the name was redacted, but they found out the guy's name was Bill. Ain't too many Bills I know that got a lot of money like that. It's a couple, but not a lot. You know. Read it one more time.
Khan. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Hey, can you cut the heat off? Like off? You know how to do that? No, he don't know how to do it. He's about to cut the heat up higher.
Yeah.
Go ahead and leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. We're good. Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities.
That's right.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
That's right. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
What kind?
High places.
Epstein Island.
High places.
The congressional oversight committees.
High places.
The administration.
High places.
We don't focus on high places. You know, we focus on who's snitching. Who came out of jail and didn't keep it real? That's what the hell we concerned with. Glorilla's sister not getting $2,500, and I seen her booking prices right now. You could book Glorilla's sister that didn't get $2,500 for $6,000. Right? Yeah. Everything is a joke.
If I could,
go ahead.
I just want to say something to the chat. I can't tell who this person is, but if you want to be, in the class, be in the class, interact with the class. But if you want to teach, go ahead and get your own YouTube page and do it like that.
What did they say?
I can't tell what the brother's doing. I'm not going to be too hard on. I think it's a brother. I can't really tell, but it looks like he's trying to teach in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, J-Row 314, but we got a whole lesson going on, and it seems like something that you're not even talking about. So if you could just, be attentive to the class and learn. Otherwise, get your own class, make your own YouTube and do what you want to do on that side.
Man, what the hell did he say? I kind of want to know that.
It just looks like he's just putting stuff in the chat. It says Galatians 5:22, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering. I'm not sure.
Okay. So we're not sure exactly what he put in the chat.
Right.
But he could be just posting scriptures.
There's only one teacher, that's Christ. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I'm not sure.
So we don't know what you're saying, but it is what it is. You might be posting scriptures. They try to get us to look at something. I get it all, man.
Right.
Ain't no problem, man. Look, you come back next week. You rock out with the class, share the class. That's what I'm talking about. What's his name again?
J-Row.
Shout out to J-Row, man. You know what I mean? And could you read that scripture one more time, please? Let's focus everybody back in because it kind of got off track.
Right. No sweat. This is the book of Ephesians, and I'll play that video right after this. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities.
Principalities. It's the principalities. Go ahead.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
And the rulers of the darkness of this world is the cabinet, the presidential cabinet. That's the rulers of the dark, is the cabinets, the presidential cabinet, the press secretary, the attorney general, the chief of staff,
right?
the vice president, you know, the secretary of state, all of those things. That's the principalities. And whether it be a Republican or a Democrat, they all was on the goddamn island. Because look, you know what? Let me get one more. Let me get the villainy. Isaiah 32:5.
Kind out of one kind.
Come on now. Look, I got this tam on, so I got scriptures tonight. You know what I'm saying? This tam it comes equipped with scriptures. Isaiah 32:5. Whenever you're ready.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Say that one more time.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
What do we call liberals today? Democrats.
Right.
Who has the black community in the figure 4 leg lock? The who? Say it one more time. The liberals.
Kind out of one kind.
The liberals. Right? Read on.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
The churl is like an evil spirited person. Putrid. Right? A putrid spirit person. Right? Said to be bountiful. Like, you know, somebody that's good and good character and abundance.
Right.
Right? That person ain't gonna be no more called liberal. Or the churl to be said to be bountiful. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
Verse 6, for the vile person will speak villainy.
They will what?
Speak villainy.
Telling you that a man can be a woman. And a woman can be a man. You know, the what's that called? The trans man beard, you know, the beard, like, you know, that's only on the neck, need to be packed up. Pack that all the way up. You know, I say pack it up.
Right.
Pack it all the way up. Come on now. The trans beard is crazy. All right. But they'll speak what? Villainy.
Kind out of one kind. The vile person will speak villainy.
That's what Pam Bondi is doing.
Right.
Well, see, I hear what you're saying about, you know, the Epstein files, but look at look who got into the country. Look at the Mexican. Look, this is what you should be focusing on. The Mexican. Right? The vile person will speak villainy. Look at the illegal immigration. Look. The names are redacted. Why do you redact the names? Oh, look at the Mexican. This is what you should be focusing on. Damn, the Epstein files. You should be focusing on the Mexicans that's coming in here. Right? That's the game they play. They speak what? What's it called?
Kind out of one kind. Villainy.
They speak villainy. Keep reading.
And his heart will work iniquity
Mm-hmm.
to practice hypocrisy.
The what?
Practice hypocrisy.
I thought she was the attorney general.
Practice hypocrisy.
I thought she, stood for the law.
Practice hypocrisy.
I thought justice was blind.
Practice hypocrisy.
It ain't blind if you got enough money. Everybody can see that, huh? When you got enough money, everybody can see it. How the hell are you gonna redact the names of everybody that's doing all the shit? So excuse my language. But you're not gonna redact the names of the people that, were victims.
Right.
You know why? Because it is a move to show we'll hide our names and we'll put yours out there. Because we have enough power to do that. With a stroke of the pen, we'll put it all out there and people will be over it soon. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. Because what's coming up next? Let me see. What we got? Oh, spring break.
Right.
That's coming up soon. And everybody will forget. And if that don't make people forget, Labor Day might. Maybe, what's that called? Maybe Juneteenth. Maybe July 4th. right? Maybe, oh, for sure, Thanksgiving will. You know, this is why it's important that you stay focused and you learn from these classes and you take these scriptures and you put them inside you, right? And you get more militant. If you're a brother, you get more militant. You get in these classes and you learn. If you're a sister, you get more militant. You get in these classes and you learn. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to survive these times with a sane mind. Because the only alternative is just to ask the Lord to put you back to sleep. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people would just rather that anyway. This class is dedicated to Officer Karab, man.
Damn right.
Out of Killeen, Texas. And with that being said, you want to play the video? All right, we're gonna play the video. We're gonna get out of here after the video. And with that being said, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all check out ISUPK online classes. Make sure y'all check out ISUPK Delaware online classes. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the week, we here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday without fail. You know what I'm saying? We here. Shout out to the Texas camp. You know what I'm saying? And rise in power to my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Officer Karab, Officer 5000 out of Killeen, Texas. Let's get it.
Hosanna Christ.
Want some candy? Want some candy? Want some candy?
Show off your Halloween costume.
I am the child predator.
Yeah, we're gonna need a new name.
Sounds good to me.